So we are talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not going to go into the plot here because you either don't want to know or you've already seen it. I will just give my thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, this one is directed by John Watts, and everyone forgets he actually directed this little film. So he has had a kind of a bit of a horror connection before, and I think he's actually going to be a director to look for, because although I wouldn't say he has a particularly strong directorial style, this is a solid superhero movie. I absolutely love the portrayal of Peter Parker. Now, Spider-Man, for just so you know, is probably my favourite all-round superhero, and I loved his portrayal of Tom Holland's portrayal of Peter Parker. I thought it was very, very good. Very what I would expect to be from a kind of a teenage Spider-Man. Now, the interesting thing is I actually went to this film with someone who is not a comics book fan, not really a superhero movie fan. They've seen some superhero movies. So very much a casual movie fan. And also I was sat next to two young kind of like tween girls who just happened to sit next to me. And all of their reactions were overwhelmingly positive. The person I went with loved it, and they actually said that it was the best superhero film that they've seen. And the two sort of tween girls that were sat next to me were absolutely just going nuts throughout this entire film. And in UK cinemas, let me tell you, that doesn't really happen all that often. So they loved it. So it definitely did appeal to that kind of demographic, and I feel that's going to be the main thing with this film, is it really does target maybe an audience that hasn't really had that itch scratch it, that younger audience that are watching these kind of superhero films that have adults in them and now have a kind of a protagonist that they can deal with. I mean, everyone talks about sort of diversity and stuff, but maybe this kind of younger audience has been kind of underserved to this point. So here we go, and I think that's very good. Do I have any negatives? Not many, if I'm honest. I did think it maybe was a tad long than it needed to be. It just seemed to drag. Maybe they could have done them with one action scene less. I like the action scenes, but I didn't think they were anything groundbreaking. The Staten Island ferry scene I thought was a little silly. That there's no fatalities, and what ended up happening, I thought that's a bit hard to believe. I really liked Michael Keaton in this role. The best scene in this film, by far, is two people talking in a car. That's it. You'll know the scene I'm talking about. And also, it has literally the funniest end credit scenes. Two end credit scenes, one right at the end. The very last one is the funniest end credit scene ever from the MCU. So absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I did have one other negative, and I've forgotten what it is. Never mind. Anyway, 8 out of 10 for me. I thought this was a great film. Definitely sets up a Spider-Man, kind of wipes the maybe the bad taste of the last Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie from everyone's lips. So really excited to see what happens next with this character. 8 out of 10 for me. Loved it. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave a comment and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.